Hello, hello. Last week, I think I finished this first little section here. Um, I think so. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, where I got the stars on, but it still says code five. Are there five? There's not five left. I still don't know what this code five means. I think I did realize. No, which one is it? Where do I write from 0 to 100? Right. So I think I realized I don't actually need my loop in here at all because it just loops automatically. So that's one little explanation of why I was confused last time. I still don't understand the mouse and all that stuff, but that's fine. I'm going to be less grumpy today. So let's try disk 2. How do I get to disk 2? I still don't know what voodoo means. Okay, looks like another 20 puzzles. Divide by 4 and write the remainder to output. Okay. So that's interesting. There's a few different ways we could do that. I think my most straightforward way would be to just divide both of these by 4, or rather divide the register by 4 and divide the int by 4, and then we'll have some kind of remainder. I'm not explaining that very well at all, so we'll just go reg equals input. Actually, can I do this? Does that work? It does. And now we go int equals reg. And now we go reg equals reg minus int. And then I want to go output equals reg times 4, but I don't think that's allowed. Yeah. So we go reg equals reg, and then output equals reg. Okay, so actually let's step through this real quick. So yeah, I have 15.25 in register, 15 in integer, subtract the 2, I get 0.25, multiply that by 4, and that's the output I want, right? I really wish I could see the output that I want. There's another 1. 49 should also be a, well, okay, that's just it. Okay, that seemed to work. That was also quite efficient. Not quite perfectly efficient, but pretty close. I'll take it. Some leftovers. Output only numbers that have a remainder of 3 when divided by 4. Okay, so I'm just going to copy all this. That's not needed at all. Well, I mean, so I just go jump if true, print. Otherwise, jump start. Jump to start. And so if it is true, I want to check reg equals 0.75. Okay, so I do all the same stuff. I figure out the remainder. If the remainder is 0.75, which is to say actually 3, then I want to reg equals reg plus int. So I'm basically just undoing all my operations that I just did. Reg times for output equals reg, and then it just loops around. So let's try that. Da-da. Is there a key to advance? Can I press a key to? Okay, so yeah, so 9.75 is what I have, minus 9, so that is equal to 75.75, so I do want to print. Print. Interesting, it doesn't check that until actual operation. So I want to get back my old number and output it and loop around and not run for 2 more lines afterwards. Nope, I still go to line 13. I still don't quite understand that. But seems to work. Yeah, I feel like there's probably definitely easier ways to do that. But reusing my old code is pretty easy, so. Absolute difference. So I output true or false for everyone. Okay, so if the difference is more than 5, so I want to subtract the 2. For each 2 values from input, calculate the difference between them. Is absolute difference different than just difference? Okay, how do I see the results? I mean, I could guess what it means. Is the absolute difference between 3 and -5, is that 2 or is that 8? Because I mean, I would just call the difference between them to be 2. Huh. Slightly confused there, and I don't want to write. I don't want to. Not to just keep complaining, but I don't want to write a whole program just to find out whether or not I've interpreted the instructions right. I guess I will. Reg equals input minus input. Check if reg is less than 0. Jump if true. Flip. Otherwise, well, flip. Reg equals reg times -1. And if not true, we want to just keep going, I guess. Jump to continue. Here, so yeah, continue. So I want to check if reg is greater than 5. And then we want to output equals bool. I can just check that. Okay, so the difference between them is -8, which is negative, so I should is it just check? Yes. So that is true, so I want to flip that to +8. Check reg, right? I know how check works now. Reg is greater than 8. I output bool. Okay, the difference between 6 and 7 should be 1. I should output false. Okay, seems to be working. Seems to be working. I guess I guessed correctly. Not bad. I'll take it. Again, there's ways to do that very quickly. Reverse engineering. Okay. Can I store a number as a string? That certainly might be an easy way of doing that. Input equals, sure. Right. Stir equals input is what I actually meant. It is not a string. And I can't do reg equals stir or stir equals reg. Why do I keep doing that backwards? Stir equals, and this is also backwards from what I wanted. Reg equals input. For some reason it makes more sense today. No, it just literally puts the string reg in reg. Okay, ignore strings. Excuse me. Okay, so then I just divide stuff, I guess, instead. I'm sure there are more elegant ways to do this probably, but I'm just going to do it the real quick and easy way, which is reg equals input, int equals input. Divide by 10. Oh. Okay, so I have the 6. Can I do this? That probably does not work, right? It does not. Int equals int times 10. Right, why do I need, does this work? Because it is treating each line separately, so why do I need a semicolon at the end of the line if the line break is already denoting the end of the line? I don't think there's any reason why I need a semicolon at the end of every line. But I guess this is just how this language works. I cannot read my text at all when I select it. Okay, what was I doing? Reg equals int minus reg minus int. So that gives me a 4. Well, this is getting the real complicated way, but I guess it technically works. Equals reg times 10. Int equals int divided by 10 again. I don't really like doing that, but it does technically work, I think. Reg equals reg plus int, and then output equals reg. Okay, so I'm sort of like pointing at the lines with my finger, which you can't see right now, but I guess I can use the cursor. So yeah, so I get the the value, just the value of the tens digit, which is 60, subtract that from the reg. So now I have a 10, I have a 60, multiply reg by 10 to get 40, I divide int by 10. That did not work. What happened there? Divide int by 10 to get the 6, output 46, which is the reverse of 60. So that seems to work. Almost certain there's faster ways to do it, yes. But not bad, actually. Let's do that one more time. So there's an X. Oh, can't press enter. What does that do? Return. Oh. Weird. Okay, never mind. For each two values, check if they're the same. If they are, output true. Okay, so this is where we start looking at strings. So we just check input equals input. And output equals bool. Is that it? Yes, it is. So we just check if two strings are the same, and they are. A lot of people did it that way. Heads and tails. Huh. Right, so I can just input arbitrary text. I can just go output equals heads or whatever. And I can also check input equals heads. Okay, interesting. So there's probably, if I just do this like a bunch, input array is empty. This is also weird because it's showing still stuff in the input array. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to stop complaining about interface stuff. It's just weird interface. It's just how it works. I can't decide if this recording is like directed as feedback for the developer or just as something general interest that people who like programming games might want to watch. But okay, I guess. Jump if true. Was tails. No, was heads. Nope. I just want to call it continue. Continue down here. If it is true, if it is, so if this is tails, we want to reg plus plus. Add one to reg. Either way, when we continue, we want to int plus plus. We want to check int equals 100. Is less than 100? Jump true. Jump if true. Is that how that works? Jump if true, yes. Jump if true. Want to loop because we are truly less than 100 right now. So down here at the end, something about an exclamation point. Does that work? Okay, I'm counting up. I've done 80 tosses. I've done 45 tails. Check if, no, I want to check. Reg is, well, if I check is equal to 50, jump if true, draw. Draw is output equals draw. Jump. Check reg is less than 50. Jump if true. Heads win. Just to be clear about what's variable names and what's character string. So if that, then output equals tails. Draw, no, heads win. Output equals heads. Do I have more than, yeah, I do have more than 22 lines. Otherwise, and I don't think I've really, I mean, I could do some more logic there, but I think it will call that a satisfactory answer as soon as I finish. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Right, let's be on a single line. Is that the only problem? What happened? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened? Don't know what happened there. Okay, let's go test, let's go. Okay. So reg is equal to 50, no. Check reg is less than 50, no. Output equals tails. Did I change anything? Huh. I beat the time. Weird. Don't quite get that. Again, much quicker ways to do that in some ways. Interesting. Read 3 values, output the greater of the 3. Okay, so I mean, I certainly see ways I could do that. Is it a switch statement? Oh, okay, yeah, switch. Read all the values. Okay. So here, I read 3 values and put the greatest of the 3. So I mean, I could just read the greater of the 2 and then kind of copy my code a second time. How, I'm just debating which one's more work. Reg equals input. Int equals input. Check reg is greater than int. If it is jump true, jump if true, continue. Otherwise, we want to. Okay, so now I'm going to decide which one I do actually want to store the bigger value in. Check if reg is greater than int. So if that is true, if that is false, reg holds the greater number, which means that int equals reg. So int will store the greater number. And then I want to reg equals input. And I want to check that again. Jump if true, continue to. I want to output equals I think that's right. And then output equals int. And then start. And here I want to jump to start. Okay, actually I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, so we have -36, we have 18. So yeah, we store 18. Now I have 71. If 71, output reg. That is right. I think that's right. Let's just try it. That's right. Golden spiral. Anyway, well, that was a good half hour-ish. I didn't actually set a timer, but let's call it good. Let's call it good there. This one looks more hassle than it's worth. I just kind of want to see what kind of other stuff is around. Easier than it looks, harder than it looks. That looks fairly easy. That looks harder for some reason that I don't quite understand right now. Average, interesting. Coordinates, okay. What are these A and B levels? Just bonus levels? Oh, interesting. Hey, it shows a solution. Thank you. I appreciate that. Am I only given 21 lines here? Okay, well, anyway, let's call it a day here. We'll look at these eventually. Still can't press escape. Still don't know what voodoo is. Food.